Welcome back, everybody. So nice to see all of you again. So we're still busy with our series on measurement, and today we're going to continue with the area and perimeter of 2D irregular polygons. Now, just a few reminders. This slide you've seen before, but it's always good to get a reminder, right? And it's just good to remind you to in this section, it's very important to look at the unit of measurement. So that's where your teacher can easily try and catch you out, to use centimeters and meters and millimeters and mixing them up. So you must be very aware of this. And this is just the guide to help you. From a kilometer to a meter, we multiply it by 1,000. From a meter to a centimeter by 100. And from a centimeter to a millimeter by 10. Another reminder that a polygon is a two-dimensional shape that is flat. It's only got a length and a breadth. And if we have to work out the perimeter, we must calculate the total length of all the sides. Remember, polygons have got all different sides. We must add them all together. Okay, the third reminder is the different sides on a polygon. So how many sides a polygon? It's infinite, right? And if you've got 3 sides, that's the smallest one to still be a polygon is a triangle, 3 sides, and then a pentagon 5. You can see a heptagon 7 and an octagon 8 sides. Okay, now let's do some work. If we have to work out the perimeter of this polygon, remember we just have to add up all the sides, the measurement, the length of all the sides, okay? So this I've just put in units. It can be centimeters, meters, whatever, right? So the one thing that you must remember is count your sides. Make sure that you know there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. And then make sure that you've got 6 figures at the bottom. So here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's good to just scratch them out as you write them down to not make a mistake. It's such a silly mistake to make. So make sure that you are aware of this. Right. In this example, we also have an hexagon. But the reason for this example is to show you the different units. So you must make sure that you check your units. If you look here, the first side is 3,4 meters, then there's 160 centimeters, then there's a unit in kilometers, then there's a unit in millimeters, and the answer they actually want in centimeters, okay? That's the one thing, make sure, and then if you add them up, if you change them all to the same unit, you don't write centimeters in between, you just must remember to write it at the end. Okay, let's see if you can work this with me. To get 3.4 meters to centimeters, you time it by 100. There's the centimeters. To get a kilometer to centimeters, remember it's 1,000 to meters and then 100 to centimeters. A meter to centimeters is times 100. Millimeters is divide by 10. And there we've got our answer. Right. Now, just your turn. If you have to see if you can do this quickly. If you convert these measurements to centimeters, we've just done it. To go from kilometer to centimeters, yes, you remember you go times 1,000 to meters and then times another 100 to centimeters. So this will be 97500 centimeters. And from meters to centimeters, you times it by 100. So it's 5,420 centimeters. And then millimeters, you divide by 10, 2.28 centimeters. Right. Now to calculate the perimeter of the polygon in centimeters. But there's a catch here. And I hope that you can see this. Can you see? What is the rule? You've got to add all the sides. But this one side hasn't got a measurement. but you've got enough information to work it out. I just want to make sure that that you understand that this is not drawn to scale. So it might look a little bit awkward, but it's just as an exercise. So we still need to work out this, but we've got enough information to do that, right? So we know that the length of this is 3.4. They give us up to there is 2, up to there is 1, so this is 3. So it's 3.4 minus 3 will give us 0.4. So this is 0.4 centimeters. And how many sides do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. Yes, correct. It's an octagon, right? So now all we're going to do is, we're lucky that it's all in the same measurements, all in centimeters. So we're just going to add 3.4, make sure that we make a mark where we start, plus 5.5 plus, there's our 0.4, plus 3, plus 1, plus 6, plus 2, plus 2.5. And we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to add them up and our answer will be 23.8 centimeters. So that's the perimeter of our octagon, right? Now in area, you can remember in geometry, the term area refers to the amount of space that a flat surface or shape covers. Now, if you remember our rectangle, this is our area that we have to work out. And the area is measured in the same unit that you use to measure the length. Like if it's meters, centimeters, it's centimeters. But you express it in meter or centimeter square. Okay, now we've done the easy one. This is just a reminder of the formula. Well, again, remember rectangle is length times breadth, then in unit square. And remember a triangle is just half of this. So it's just half of that formula, also in square units. Now, if they ask us that same example as the previous one, and they ask us now to work out the area of this. So this is so much fun because we are now going to divide this into smaller areas that we know that we have got the formula for, right? So there's a little rectangle and there's a rectangle. So we've got 1, 2, 3 rectangles that we've got the formula for that. So we're going to work it out and just add them together. Okay. So let's see. We've got the first one is 3.4 times 2.5. Okay, so that is that one, right? Then this is another one, plus 3 times 1. Now this one we've got to work out, okay? So we can work it out. We know they give us a 2.5 there, so we subtract 2.5, which will give us 3. If we have to check, we've got 6 and there's 3, so we know that this length is 3. And we know that this is 2 plus 1. So, and we know from the previous example that this is 0.4, remember? So now it's just going to be 3 times 1.4. 3 times 1.4. And then we're just going to add them up. So this is 8.5 plus 3 plus 4.2. And if we add them up, it is 15.7 centimeters square. And there's our area. You can also play around with this, and if you want to, at the end of this, perhaps go back and you can see, but I've noticed another rectangle. I think we can cut it here, then we've got a big rectangle, another one here. Try that. Please do it, and then you'll see you should get, and you will get the same answer if you do it correctly. Okay, right, now let's do this example. So this is a room. And they ask you to work out the area of this room. So here we divide it into 2, you can see. So we've got a rectangle of 19 by 4. We check all our units are the same, and this is 15 times 8. How did they get that? 22 minus 8. Remember, here's 8. So 22 minus 8 is 14. So there's our 14 and our 9, and our 15 and our 8. Okay, so this is our little formula, 14 times 9 plus 15 times 8, and always remember our answer must be in meters square. And we've got the area of our room. Do you think you're ready to try this? Okay, let's do these two. The first one, again, you can decide how you want to. You've got more than one option with this one. You can cut it here or you can cut it there, but let's say we do that, right? So we've got 2 rectangles. And we know this is 1 centimeter, so 4 minus 1 is 3. So we've got 3 centimeters, 3 times 1 plus 3 times 1. So we've got 3 plus 3, so it equals 6 centimeter square. Okay, and the other one, I think there's like one obvious way to divide this, right? To do it like that. And that's easy then, because we've got 5 times 0.5 plus 3 times 3.5. And this will give us 2.5 plus 10.5. It is 13 centimeter square. I hope you enjoyed this, and then I'll see you next time.